Hey guys, Chef Jay, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Today, we're firing up the Weber gas grill and we are gonna rock out some amazing lamb chops. So let's go out and get the grill started because prep is not going to take us any time at all. We've got the Weber all cleaned up, the gas is on. We're gonna go ahead and hit burner number 1, hit ignite like that, burner number 2, ignite, and burner number 3. We're gonna go ahead and heat this up to today's cooking temperature, 400 degrees. That's how we're gonna do those lamb chops. Our ingredients today, we're starting off with a beautiful, about 1.75 pound rack of Colorado lamb. And I bought it from my local butcher, semi-Frenched, as you can see there with the bone tips. We're gonna show you how to completely French it, turn these into lamb lollipops. I have a thin bladed boning knife today. That's how we're gonna do all this prep work. Now, our binder and seasoning today, you know, we have a lot of different rubs, sauces, binders, and oils available at your local Ace. Today, I'm gonna use duck fat spray, which is gonna give it just a really good flavor. And then a little bit of that Spiceology Korean barbecue, which is going to make that lamb just round out that earthiness and make it deep, rich, and wonderful. As you can see on the lamb, we have the start of the loin right there, right? We also have the start right there. So what I'd like to do is find the mark right, let's say right there, and then I'm gonna find it on the same side on the back. What we'll do is go ahead and cut that eye, or that fat cap, if you will. We'll get that off carefully. Now, you wanna be careful when you do this and follow the curve of the bone, but also be aware of where your hands are in the meantime, right? And then we're just gonna peel that fat cap off like so. And you can tell we don't have a lot of extra meat on here, which is a sign of a good job, right? Now, what we've done is exposed that beautiful eye right there. And then you can see, look at how nice that looks, right? On both sides. So we did a good job trimming, but now we just need to get this fat off from in between the bones. I call this a little feather, if you will. So what we'll do is I will make a cut right at the end and then just take my boning knife up against the bone like so. And I'm doing this kind of so you can see it. Otherwise, I'll block it with my hands. And then I'll hold it tight and cut it off like that. Now that we have the rack basically French, and you can see we got all of that fat out of there, this is a 7-bone rack. So we're always probably going to lose a bone somewhere where it's just not working. So what we'll do, because this guy is really not connected to anything, is we'll trim that off. And now we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal chops. One of the things I like to do, flip it over to the backside and you will see the way those bones go, right? So you'll see if any of them are curved or crooked. And now what I'll do is basically go right through there like that and check that out. Turn that into a beautiful lamb chop. You can see we've got 3 really, really nice chops, or if you will, lamb lollipops. So we'll keep cutting through here. And you know what? You can tell we did a really nice job. The goal is to divide that rack into equal chops. We're ready to season. I've got my duck fat spray all ready to go here. And what I did with the seasoning is put a little bit into a kind of a pinch bowl, if you will, so that I don't contaminate that rub, putting dirty hands back into there. So what I'm gonna do super quick is give this a light coat of that duck fat spray on top like so. Look at that. Now go ahead and pat that down just a little bit. And this is so beautiful. Duck fat spray is gonna give it a really, really nice flavor as well. Now, we always say, you guys, season as light or as heavy as you want. So we're gonna go ahead and season the front of these chops, then we'll flip them over and season the backside as well. We are right at 400 degrees. It is time to add those chops. Now, we're grilling direct today, so we're gonna be going hot and fast on these lamb lollipops, if you will, right? We call them chops, we call them lollipops, same thing. Now, as you'll notice, I'm not pushing them down. I'm just gonna let them sit, get a beautiful sear. We'll let them go for about 2 minutes before we rotate them. After 2 minutes, let's take a look, and yeah, those look good, right? Now, check it out. Starting to get some beautiful, beautiful marks. We're just gonna rotate them a little bit here. You know, we're trying to look fancy, so we wanna get those diamond marks or those cross marks if you can, and we'll let them go for another 2 minutes on this side before we flip them. After 4 minutes on the first side, it is time to flip these over. Now, common misconception, everybody loves lamb medium rare. Tell you what, no they don't. A lot of people like it medium, so today we're gonna cook it to medium. I've got my trusty Weber snap check ready to go. I'm gonna let these go for 2 minutes now before we come back and check temp. Here we are now after 6 minutes. Let's do our first temperature check, and we're sitting right at about 110, yeah, 110 degrees. So we're gonna let these go now until they hit 120, then we'll pull them and let them rest. My guess, another 2 minutes. Okay, after 8 minutes, we have reached temperature, so we're gonna pull these off. I've got a little rack here that we're gonna put them on while we rest. Then we're gonna head in the kitchen, let them rest inside, but look at those. Not bad at all. It's time for the reveal, so let's cut into this just to see how we did on doneness. Check that out right there. That is what I'm talking about. Not everybody likes lamb chops, medium rare. Perfect, perfect medium. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to make amazing lamb chops / lamb lollipops on the Weber gas grill. Now, the only thing that you have to figure out is what side dish you're serving with your lamb. Stay tuned because I've got those videos coming up next. Cheers.